Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's coverage of the 5th season of the NASCAR Class C Maconi Fixed Series. This evening we are excited to be bringing you top split action from the weekly strength of field race from the virtual Phoenix Raceway in Phoenix, Arizona. Maconi Entertainment is here to bring you action from all types of racing, including the top split of the Maconi C Fixed Series, the Road to Pro Series, and the monthly Fast Fridays. No matter what you are racing, we can bring the action to life. My name is Jeremy Briggs, and joining the booth with me tonight is ARC Menard Series driver Brayton Laster with DJ Lyon working the controls as our producer. As we get ready for a great night here at Phoenix. Unfortunately, the real life season coming to a close. We'll look at our schedule. As you can see here, we're at Phoenix, just a couple weeks left. We've got Kentucky, Auto Club, Atlanta, and Charlotte to round out the season.
And look at that schedule there, Jeremy. You see 5 tracks here. All those are very big intermediate style tracks, especially Atlanta, a lot of draft in the new Atlanta package. I believe that's new Atlanta at least. So these last couple races in this 2024 schedule to round out things with a bang, it's going to be a lot of high-speed tracks. So drivers tend to prefer those type of tracks, and big points tonight for a lot of drivers.
Speaking of tracks, we get a great shot from our Google Earth zoom in here of Avondale, Arizona, Phoenix Raceway, 1 mile track here, opened in 1964. The last change, as everybody knows, back in 2019 with the dogleg changes and transitions, 8 degrees to 11 degrees. And Brayton, we saw some elbows out racing last week in Martinsville. We're expecting some bent fenders this week in Phoenix, with a lot of these drivers doing desperate measures into that dogleg. With that in mind, what can we expect to see here tonight?
Desperate measures indeed. See the points battle for a lot of these drivers is very, very tight. Dean Brummett comes in tonight as the leader over Justin Botello and Dakota Long there, but the real battle is from 3rd to about 8th, separated by less than 150 points. And you mentioned desperation through the dogleg. That dogleg allows drivers to go 4, 5, even 6 wide on restarts, and that's where a lot of chaos and a lot of controversy is going to be here tonight.
A lot of drivers right there in the hunt with the season quickly winding down. A lot of drivers we're familiar with here on the Maconi Entertainment sites. Seeing some drivers from the Goat Locker Racing League out here. And here, especially the newly named ARC Menard Series driver, Jeff Maconi. Brayton, you're pretty familiar with that situation.
Yeah, Jeff, they're trying to get a ride in the ARC Menard Series next year. Been using iRacing mainly for the past couple years to kind of get his itch. He got the opportunity in a late model late this past season, and going to be going in the big leagues hopefully in 2025. They're trying to make a couple of starts. Got the grid low. The drivers getting ready to roll. Maybe a Phoenix start for Jeff Maconi in the future.
As we look through the starting lineup here, we got Nathan Lyons on the pole with Ryan Zimmer on the outside, Wesley Parker, Vincent Cortez, your 2nd row, your 3rd row. There you got Dean Brummett, your points leader, with Tanner Thomas there in 6th place. 7th place, you got Justin Botello. In 8th place, you got Andrew Sharp. 9th place, you got Everett Karts. And in 10th place, you got Dakota Long. 11th, just outside the top 10, you got Gavin Gleitzman. Todd Cray will be starting in the 12th starting position. Brad Newman in 13th. Blake Cannon in 14th. And Caleb Johnson in 15th.
And then Chris French will be the first driver in the 27 bracket range. In 16th, Jeffrey Maconi, just talked about him, going off deep in the field after a podium finish last week. In 17th, Cody S. Smith there. In 18th, Wyatt A. Gray. In 19th, Everett A. Smith. In 20th, Eugene Tomanello, I believe a driver making his debut in the top split broadcast here tonight. Going off deep in the field in 21st, Gary Cronoway, a driver from Michigan, does a lot of the short tracks up there in real life. You see him time and time again in the Maconi C Fixed Series. Last car take a time in 22nd, the Vincent Gravel and Nicholas Compton in the last row. No qualifying time for either of those drivers.
As the field begins to roll off, one thing I really enjoy about iRacing is how you can go from the sim to real life, as a lot of drivers making that transition. It's great to see drivers making that happen, and a lot of these drivers here in the top split are the cream of the crop, and that's why they're on this broadcast. We're in the top split, a very high strength of field. 45 laps is the distance. It's gonna be a great night here with Nathan Lyons on the front. Ryan Zimmer on his outside. The pace car takes that quick exit here. Coming into the backstretch, you can see 45 laps the distance. 45 miles an hour is your pit road speed. 1 green lap, green, white, checkered attempt, no fast repairs. And of course, this is the Maconi Setup Stops Fixed Series. So it'll be fixed setups here as we get ready to come to the green. Number 5 and number 8 cars ranked in this top split. Going to be leading the field to the green as the green flag is in the air. Drivers already down to the bottom of the dog leg, just trying to get every position they can. Man, wicked close to that pit exit wall. Oh, wicked tight there. Back there.
Oh, get chipped. Big sin for Batella. Dakota Long in the wall. This is already going from good to bad. The wars for a lot of drivers, and finally the caution comes out on lap 1 here as we have Blake Cannon stopped, now slow rolling. They're off of turn 4, but you saw him go 4 or 5 wide through the dog leg, and Batella got the worst of it there.
Man, all of a sudden he looked up as we take a good look at us. Maconi Entertainment replay. You see the number 20 truck here in towards the back. I know these drivers kind of trying to funnel into this track, and when you're going 5 wide, everybody's got to find a spot to go. And it looks like some drivers just didn't have any room as the number 20 car sneaks his way through there.
Yeah, Batella there in the number 3 truck. Unfortunate set of circumstances for him. We're going to be looking through the pack here. I mean, it's a lot of calamity throughout this entire field. They go 3-4 wide already through the dog leg, and the 19th is going to be an innocent bystander at this point. He's going to arrive on the scene, which is the reason the caution does come out here. There goes to check up for a wreck in front of us, gets shipped behind. I believe the 24th Chris French is the one that packaged that package up. Let's see a great replay here of what happened. As goes to check up for the wreck in front of him. Botello and Dakota Long just tapping the wall. Both the drivers were able to keep it going, but Botello had a great save. I don't know if we'll be able to get a replay of that here in a second, but a great save for number 3, Botello.
Oh, man. Drivers really tight, just trying to find any room they can on the track, and unfortunately there was more trucks than there was track. No meatball flags out of this incident, so hopefully the drivers involved in this incident can get it all fixed up. It was a quick caution here at the beginning of the race. We look at the number 3 of Justin Botello.
It's going to be the start of it there through the dog. They got 14 of Everett Couch. Just going to slam to the back bumper. Actually gets shoved down the track from number 4 of Tanner Thomas. Then gets shipped there by the 14 of Couch up into the wall. That's going to collect number 10 of Kleitzman and Dakota Long. Both the drivers in a very heated points battle tonight. Big points night. 4,500 S.O.F for those drivers, and they are neck and neck in that championship. 50 points separates them, and that's definitely going to do favors for nobody.
Close points action and close racing action is the name of the game apparently here tonight. The drivers get ready to come around where they are being given the 1 to go signal with the pace car lights being extinguished. Drivers will come back to green next time around. Brayton, after that pretty chaotic start to the race, do you think the drivers might have learned something from that start, maybe take it a little bit easier this time?
I mean, that's going to be part of racing here at Phoenix, especially a quick 45-lap dash. I mean, this race can go by very quickly, so you got to make up as much as you can, and the dog leg is a great spot to do it, and Nathan Lyons is going to have to hang on for dear life here. He's done it before. We've seen him quite a bit here in the Maconi C Fixed Series, be able to go out here and perform a real-life driver from Texas. A young gun, only 15 years of age, has a bright future and trying to make a bright iRacing future as well to on top of that real racing resume here.
I can tell you what I was doing at 15, and this was not it, as we are getting ready to come back to the green flag this time. Going to come into the Geico restart zone. The number 5 truck will see the green flag waved in the air as he accelerates first because he is the leader with a great start for the first 2 drivers. They get themselves single filed out. We'll see what happens behind them as they battle down into turn 1.
A lot cleaner dog leg in turn 1. I'm going to go through turn 2 here. 3 wide coming off the corner. With a battle for 5th, Vincent Cortez, Tanner Thomas, and Dean Brummett trying to start out, and they do go into turn 3.
We've made it farther this time on the green flag cycle with a great start for the driver of the number 5 truck and the number 8, as those drivers now are going to be battling side by side into turn 1 for that lead once again.
Seymour looking to wrap the bottom. His trucker can run multiple grooves, different lines, different opportunities for passing on about every other corner. So Zima trying to run the bottom here in the 8 truck, not able to get the momentum he runs, or he wants. Now Wesley Parker.
Sorry about that. Looks like we got one spinning in the back here. We got 2 laps, I believe, under green that time. Looks like the number 7 truck is around. We'll have to see. Oh, 17, excuse me, of Todd Cray is around early on here. Excuse me, not even 10 laps into the race. We got 2 incidents early on. Let's take a look at this replay.
See them 3 wide, going through the corner, a bit of a contact right behind Jeffrey Maconi. That's coming out, and the 18 goes down the track, collects the number 9 of, get this, Wyatt Gray. So we have Todd Cray in the 17 on Wyatt Gray in the 9. And that's going to bring out your second caution of the night.
As we ride on board here with the number 17 truck as he goes into turn 1 on this replay. We'll see him, but his hands are really busy. He might have got really loose there on the exit or 2 and kind of chased it up. Yeah, it looks like he got loose and he was just kind of trying to save it. And unfortunately, there was a truck that was outside. Slight overcorrection, but I understand what happened there. You know, you're just trying to save the truck the best you can, and the tires were just not ready for it. And unfortunately, collected another truck in this, and it's, I don't know if there was a meatball flag on there, but I would assume pretty significant damage to those trucks.
There's a meatball flag, but it was for the last car in line. Nicholas Compton got to the scene very, very late, about 4 seconds after caution already came out and after everything had settled. And Justin Botello was trying to recover from that lap 1 incident and get slammed into by Compton. So meatball flag for Compton after a late incident. See it right there at the top of the screen.
There's a little bit of calamity once again here. 9 laps into this race. You can see drivers right now on pit road getting their repairs. I believe pits were good on fuel. Tires, I'm not sure what the wear is on that, but we haven't had very many green flag laps. So I'm not sure if any of the drivers not involved in the incident pitted this time. We'll have 37 laps to go this time by. Still under yellow. We got a little bit longer this time around under green. We'll see if the drivers can figure it out, maybe get around a little bit more this time. It was close racing action as we got those tires finally warmed up, and drivers just unfortunately had a little bit of handle. As we look at our weather conditions here, Maconi Setup Shop weather conditions, partly cloudy, air temp 81, track temp a cool 82, just a slight breeze of 3 to 4 miles an hour there to the west, from the west. Slight varying as the pace car will peel off the pit road, Brayton. We're coming to another restart. See if these drivers are ready.
I think Nathan Lyons definitely already going to be his 3rd restart of the night, or 3rd time leading the field to the green flag. Had a great restart last time. He's able to hang on. Ryan Zima wants to get some green flag racing, go get a shot at this lead.
Zima right there on the prowl. Like I said, had a decent restart last restart. See if he can do that, or maybe just a little bit better this time, as we are now in the Geico restart zone. The number 5 truck of Lions right to the bottom of the dog leg. They're gonna be side by side for second down to the turn 1.
Yeah, Nathan Lyons able to pull away, but here comes the number 1 truck. Wesley Parker slides up, makes a bit of contact, but Lyons able to keep it going straight. Now recovers back on the bottom. He's going to lose second to Zima though.
Drivers diving it in deep here on the entries to the turns. Trying to get every position they can on the restart. Try to set themselves up for a potential long green flag run. See if that transpires as the drivers dive through the dog leg. Up front right now, top 4 kind of striving away here. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, number 8 truck there, Ryan Zima, trying to chase down Nathan Lyons right on the back bumper, but it seemed 2-3 wide behind them though. Bump by
contact to
Zima.
lead. Not sure if the 8 truck was expecting the Lions machine to just make the turn, as we got a big wreck here at the start-finish line.
4 or 5 cars involved in this one. Cody S. Smith stuck in the inside wall. Gary Cronowitz slow rolling, making his way downtown around it. Everett A. Smith in the 11. So all sorts of trouble here, and this is going to be right inside the top 10.
Get a look at this replay. Not sure what happened up front, but a lot of the drivers seem to slightly drive it. Almost like one of the drivers just up front there of the Maconi machine squeaks through. A lot of drivers just kind of innocent bystanders of an incident that happened pretty quick. Look at that pace car getting out so quick. As that incident was happening right there at the start-finish line.
Yeah, starts with Vincent Cortez, black truck in front of Caleb Johnson. Your Cortez gets a little bit loose, a little bit of a bobble. Johnson tries to shove his nose inside, misjudges it. And at that point, the party has arrived on the scene. Brad Newman, Gavin Glassman, Jeff Maconi, all battling out right behind us. No time to check up. Jeff Maconi did a great job actually getting around that. All 5 cars in front of him involved. following, riding on board with 0-3 here. I mean, talk about great record points there to go from about 13th to inside the top 10 there.
The C is part of the way perfectly there for the Maconi machine, as he finds himself through that incident unscathed.
Yeah, see if we can, looking at the paint scheme there, Jeff Maconi in that beautiful Movember truck. Movember, a great opportunity that Jeff puts on for that nonprofit Proud Mo Grower. I believe he's putting on a event at the end of this month. I'm gonna have to double check that. Trucks at Daytona, I believe, Jeremy, is what that event is.
Yep, later on this month. This is Movember. MaconiSetupShop.com/Movember to sign up. As you can see there on your screen, the biggest iRacing sale of the year is back. 25% off for the resubscriptions, and the new users are 50% off. Don't miss out. Sale ends at the beginning of December. You don't want to miss out on that.
Except that Saturday is for the boys event. That's the Movember there. So go renew your iRacing subscription. Get discount 25% off if you're renewing, 50% for new members. And then November 30th, Saturday at 8 p.m., $10 donation entry fee directed or given directed to Movember. Saturday is for the boys, so go renew your subscription and go join the Movember race. Again, MaconiSetupShop.com/Movember. It's like November with an M.
M as in Mary, as we get ready to come to the green. We'll talk more about that later on during this broadcast, I'm sure, as we look here at the number 8 machine, right behind the number 5 of Lyons. Nathan Lyons, that is our leader in the Geico restart zone. They are back under green flag conditions. You can see the number 1 truck now finds himself on the outside. That is Wesley Parker finding himself in a tight space. They're going to be 3 wide, almost 3 wide there for second place.
Yeah, see them when they're starting to bobble a little bit, losing some ground. Parker working the outside in that number 1 truck. Bit of a bobble where Parker able to put the power down though and storm to the outside of Zimmer.
Great side-by-side battling here for second place as they come around here to kick off another lap. It's going to be 31 laps to go in this 30 laps to go in this 45 lap quick feature here for the C Fixed Maconi Setup Shop Series here on iRacing. Top split action underway. Now 15 laps into this event. Nathan Lyons, Wesley Parker, Ryan Zimmer, Tanner Holmes, Everett Cuts, your top 5.
Got a lot of contact throughout the field. Zimmer trying to hang on that 3rd spot. Taron Thomas putting the pressure on side by side for a second through the lead, through the dog leg, as Parker running that lower line. That transition, let me tell you, I've raced here in real life in Arc Menard Series. That is a very rough transition going down beneath that yellow line to the dog leg.
I'm sure these drivers absolutely have their hands full, as I've done it a couple times, just in testing, not real good during races. I have raced here a couple times, but like you said, that dog leg can be very tricky if you're not prepared for it, as it has a lot of carry. You can see it as you're right on board here with the number 8 of Ryan Zimmer right now here in 3rd spot. You can see those 2 trucks right on his back bumper. All different lines here at Phoenix with this reconfiguration just I'd say 6 years ago or so. And this has developed some great progressive racing across the track.
And we got some lap traffic coming out. Gavin Glassman was in pit lane getting repairs, pulls on out right in front of the leaders, trying to stay in that lucky dog position. It's about half straightaway in front of Nathan Lyons, if that. Trying to get up to speed as well as Wesley Parker. Deep send by Parker for the lead here. Not quite able to make it stick, but definitely testing the waters a little bit here.
Wesley Parker trying to do all he can, try to get the advantage lead as we look further on to the back. We look at this Hornet's Nest here, almost 3 wide. Yes, they're going to go 3 wide. The number 11 truck of Everett Smith in the middle there. Look at this 3 wide battling in turn 1 for these positions throughout the field.
Brad Newman in the 6, trying to hang on to that bottom groove, able to do so, able to pull away from Smith and from Cortez. Meanwhile, it's a battle all throughout this entire field. You see the 18 of Eugene Tomanello there, trying to wrap that bottom, trying to get around the 21, of Andrew J. Sharp. I'm driving the wall, I believe. I think Justin Patello might have just tapped the wall in that 3.
I believe you are correct. I believe I did. There's a couple of drivers up here for the battle for the lead as well. It was like, oh, we got one in the wall right there. Not sure what truck that was, but looks like we're still going to be green. It looks like that was the French machine of Chris French, number 24.
Was inside the top 10 and going through the corner 3 wide, coming off of turn 2. Bit of a bobber, looking at that bright yellow truck on the bottom that just gets loose and gets in the wall and sticks in the wall. Some drivers did a great job at avoiding him, and kudos to Chris French for keeping it in the wall as well. He was 3 wide there with Caleb Johnson and Blake Cannon.
Looks like he's going to bring that number 24 truck down to the pit road to the attending of his crews, as we got a heck of a battle still out on the track. The 21 machine, the number 11, battling side by side there for just outside the top 10. Brad Newman just outside the top 10 there in 11th. Vincent Cortez right there in 10th spot.
Oh, a huge bobble there by 11.
Wow, look at that run the 21 got to from that, and makes that pass. As you can see now, the number 20 truck of Gary Cornet there, trying to put his name in the mix.
That Chronoway I mentioned him in the pre-race show, does a lot of racing up in the Michigan area. Figure 8, street stock. I think he's raced a little bit of everything. They run, I believe, like it's a little bit of a modified, like late model street stock, Frankenstein not looking car, but it's basically a very unique car, very unique class up there in the Michigan, Ohio. I want to say maybe Ohio, maybe Toledo area. So we see him quite a bit here in the Maconi C Fixed Series. Maybe that bigger track. This is I don't want to call Phoenix a short track, but it's very unique in the fact of how it races. As Chronoway's going to take him 3 wide here.
As you can see here, Brad Newman right there in that teal number 6 machine right there in 10th spot, holding on for dear life from the Australia, New Zealand area on the iRacing servers. You can see the number 21 just driving it in really deep. These drivers all over the place trying to get every inch they can. We are just past the halfway point here, the top split on Maconi Entertainment of the Maconi C Fixed Series on iRacing. We got some great battles throughout the field. Had a couple cautions early on as we look through some of these points battles. Dakota Long also has his name in the mix. He's running in 7th. He was all the way back down to 24th. What is his run like here tonight, Brayton?
That had that incident, lap 1 got shoved in the wall with Patel and a couple others, and able to rebound very nicely after having to restart. 24th on the grid. 24 drivers took the green flag here tonight, down to just 21 running. Actually, I believe 22. Cody S. Smith in 23rd, and Nicholas Compton. They're currently only 2 DNFs. Caleb Johnson, something happened to Caleb Johnson. He was running towards the front, and he has taken it to the garage for the night.
Looks like he is disconnected. Also running towards the back, quite a ways away, there's Jeff Maconi there at 19. Not sure if that's just how pit strategy played out or if something happened to his truck. But he finds himself quite a ways to the back as we focus throughout the field and back towards the front. You can see Zimma there in the 8 machine finds himself still in 3rd. Wesley Parker was giving the Nathan Lyons machine a bit of a bumper full, just kind of letting him know he was there every lap, but the number 5 truck's starting to pull away just a little bit. The battle is on. Looks like we're 2nd.
Yeah, Jeff Maconi had a bit of an incident on the restart, got spun below the yellow line, so no caution for him. Meanwhile, Gavin Glatchman is doing a great job at pulling away from this lead pack mention. He came out in front of your leaders to inherit a lucky dog position. He stayed in that lucky dog position this entire run. So Gavin Glatchman 10th in points tonight, trying to make up the ground. Dakota Long currently in 7th. Glatchman though all the way down in 20th. As
we look at the number 7 truck of Dean Brummett, one of the drivers, heavy hitter in the points battle, trying to continue to have good runs to keep up that good points run here in the 5th season. Oh, we got a yellow flag on the track.
Not sure where it's going to be. I'm about to guess the 18 is on the radio. And he stopped in the outside wall, able to get it rolling again. Tom Nell, 2nd incident tonight he's been involved in. See if we can figure out what happened.
So we get a look at this replay. Number 17, number 18, number 11, all right there in a bundle. Slight contact. Not sure if the 11 did that on purpose or if just kind of came back down on him, but.
Well, Tomanello goes into turn 1 and sends it a little bit, gets the 11 very, very loose. I don't know if we can get an aerial point of view. This might be a great view right here. So he's going to send it into turn 1 past the dog dig here. 18, the red car, red bumper they're looking for. They're both red bumpers. The red and white car, how about that? Sends it here, gets to 11, a little loosey-goosey. Then the 18, Eugene shoves it on the inside and just never able to really recover. It starts going down the track, and Eugene tries to take us opportunity to make the pass. And just bad time, bad spot, bad place for everyone involved.
Like you said, their number 11 truck definitely looked like he had his hands full trying to keep it going straight after that slight contact. Sometimes once you get those tires upset, it feels like forever trying to get the grip back underneath you. You lose that grip, it feels like you're driving on ice skates. As you can see, a number 11 truck there, wicked sideways. Honestly, a pretty decent save.
Yeah, that could have ended very badly. You're going to see the number 13, that black truck there, Vincent Cortez, I believe, get a little bit of action there. I'm sorry, Vincent Gravel. We have two Vincents tonight. And, I mean, he's just trying to hang on to at that point. The 18 sees an opportunity to go low, make the pass. And, I mean, I don't blame him for it. You know, you got to do what you got to do this late in the race. And unfortunate set circumstances for everyone involved. Although this has allowed the door for everyone to come on down and get some fresh tires. It puts Jeffrey Maconi back up into the field here. Gavin Gleitzman gets his lead lap back. And so now we're going to be going green with less than about 13 laps to go and fresh tires for everyone involved. Actually, not only everyone involved, but everyone in the field.
Exactly it. We're going to have probably about 11 lap shootout potentially here coming to the end of this top split prime time night here on Wednesday. Coverage on Maconi Entertainment. There's a lot of these drivers throughout the field. Looks like Dean Brummett has only made one stop. Dakota Long there made 3 stops tonight.
Yeah, that one incident has been getting damage fixed all night long, and I believe he took a 2-tire stop there. Same with Dean Brummett to get up here in 1 and 2. See, they're going to be able to hang on.
A lot of these drivers in that points battle, trying to keep that points battle going, of course, and need to do something different. You can't follow a leader all night long. So these drivers are trying some pit strategy here tonight with 2 tires. We'll see how well it holds up as our leader, the number 5 there of Nathan Lyons, finds himself the first time as not the leader on this restart as the pace car lights around the track are turned off. Maybe for one last time. We will have to see. We have 12 laps to go this time, so it'll be an 11 lap shootout potentially to end here. Brayton, what do you expect here with these drivers knowing that every position is going to count?
You got Dean Brummett and Dakota Long on 2 tires in front of Lyons and Parker. Just keeping going at it all night. Lyons has led every lap. He wants to get the win. This will be a big moment for him, and not only his road racing career, but his sim racing career. Able to get the win here in the top split action. But he's going to have to beat Dean Brummett. Dean Brummett, championship leader. Dakota Long not too far behind him. So big point tonight. Big opportunities for everyone in this top 5.
As the pace car is now off, Dean Brummett, like you said, our leader, Dakota Long and Dean Brummett on the front row. Going to be showing us the way as they're in the Geico restart zone. 2 tires not working out, looking like for the 2 truck. He is dropping like a rock as the 7 truck now getting all this battling from behind him as they dive down into turn number 1.
That Dakota Long stuck to the outside, falls back to 6. Dean Brummett's getting the bumper though, big time from Tanner Thomas. That's going to allow Nathan in the Lions to take the lead.
Nathan Lyons wasting no time to get back to where he belonged as our leader throughout the whole night as we got another yellow flag out.
At the end, and Nathan in Lions stands for Nathan cannot be stopped. I know that doesn't start with an N, but it sounded great. 17, Todd Cray. Second incident tonight for him. We have Todd Cray in the 17, and it's going to be an innocent bystander on this one.
As we get a look at this replay. Oh man, drivers just trying to check up. A lot happening there. You can see Maconi involved, number 17 involved.
Started mainly with Vincent Cortez inside the top 10. Shoves it deep inside of Cannon. Blake Cannon there in the 19, and Ryan Zimma stacks those 3 drivers up. At that point, Cray and company get to the scene a little too late. Nothing they can really do.
Drivers
in front of them. And at that point, stacking up, nothing can do. Huge hits though for a lot of drivers. And that, no meatball flags, shockingly. No one should be out of the race from that wreck, but definitely trying to knock the fenders off. Primarily the back bumper off the Todd Craig.
This is number 19 way down there. Over 4 wide there off of turn 2 almost. Wow. These drivers were definitely giving it all. As you can see, just gets into the just the side there. Cortez gets into the number 19. As these drivers are giving it all they can here on the iRacing server. And speaking of iRacing, iRacing is a sponsor of tonight, of course. A lot of drivers use it as a training tool. A lot of professional drivers, a lot of drivers that are coming from iRacing go to the real life. iRacing is an unrivaled racing simulator because its creators have managed to capture every last car and track detail to recreate them in a package that perfectly. And I can't even say that word right now. The feeling of being behind the wheel of a race car and pushing it to its mechanical limits. Brayton, you're pretty familiar with going from the sim to the real life. What's it like?
Yeah, they do a great job at laser scanning, getting these tracks down to the details, the nitty gritty. I try and use iRacing as much as I can when I'm going to a track for the first time, for the 100th time. Just kind of familiarize myself with the track, and I don't have access to the fancy TRD, Toyota Racing Development Simulator, the Ford or the Chevy Development Simulator. So I use iRacing as my big training tool. I know I used it a lot back in March. I went here for the ARCA race at Phoenix, especially that transition. That transition scared me a lot. iRacing definitely helped with that. So go sign up today or renew your subscription. 25% off renewals and new users, 50% off. So go check them out, iRacing.com. Definitely worth your money.
If you're on the fence of joining iRacing, I believe now is going to be the time to do it to help you save a little bit of money. This is good until December 2nd. So plenty of time to capitalize on that awesome deal by iRacing for new and renewals. As the pace car lights are now off here for the Maconi C Fixed Top Split Series on iRacing's official servers. As we are on, I believe this is week number 9 of this series. I believe this season's 13 laps, or 13 weeks. I believe this one is 1 week longer than normal as we get ready to come back to the green this time.
Here we're near rock and roll. 1 green light checker in the bank. If we get past lap 4, I think we might have to rely on it. But Nathan Lyons and Dean Brum on 2 tires on the outside there trying to hang on here.
Trying to capitalize on just any extra points that they can get. They're going to come down here side by side into the Geico restart zone with 6 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line after they get the green flag. The number 5 truck of Nathan Lyons, he's going to fire right off. He's going to shoot down to the dogleg. He's going to come across the start-finish line, see 6 laps to go. He is clear of the bee's nest, and look at it right there behind them, 3 wide into turn 1.
That's going to sort us out over the next couple of laps in this field from second to last. 2 or 3 wide, but Nathan Lyons pulling away.
Oh, the number 1 truck is going to get contact. That's Wesley Parker. He was towards the front all night long. Looked like he got just tagged from another truck that came down just slightly a little bit. We'll have to take a look at that replay as Wesley Parker involved in an incident late as they come to 4 laps to go. So let's take a look at this replay.
This might make us use that 1 green light checker and see what happened though. Number 1 of Parker goes way below that yellow line, gets tight, gets stuck 2 or 3 wide, and they're fighting for real estate. That nothing can really do.
Look at the 14 truck, slightly wiggled, but like you said, fighting for all the real estate that they can out there. So if any of your competitors lose just a little bit of control on their end, unfortunately, you're kind of in their zone. Yeah, it looks like the 14 was just a little bit sideways and unfortunately caught the number 1 of Wesley Parker.
Yeah, Parker was just falling back at that point. Late cannon, nothing new could really do.
As we got a quick moment here, let's go to a quick commercial break here on Maconi Entertainment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Both go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome back to Maconi Entertainment's presentation of Maconi Setup Shop's C Fixed Series trucks on iRacing official servers. Tonight we're looking at the top split, S.O.F, over 4,000. Great field of drivers, a lot of real life drivers. Great to see everybody out here tonight. My name is Jeremy Briggs alongside ARC Bernard Series driver Brayton Laster with DJ Lyon working the controls as a producer. As the field just went past the start-finish line, they just got the 1 to go signal. Brayton, we're going to use up our one and only green-white checkered here.
Yeah, quick recap of how this works very quickly. We're going to have 2 laps here. The first lap, if you wreck on that lap before receiving the white flag, we'll throw the caution, and the field will be scored as they were after the timing and scoring of the caution. So we will quit racing at that point, and we will end under caution. If you make the white flag, we are finishing under green flag conditions no matter what. Even if a leader gets spun from the front, we will still finish the race and see the checkered flag next time by. Nathan Lyons, Dean Brummett looking for a second podium in 2 weeks.
As the pace car is now treading down pit road, the leader of Nathan Lyons is going to come around to the Geico restart zone on this green-white checkered attempt. Going to fire first and try to drive away from the field. The 4th place truck blanked just a little bit right there as we are green. Oh man, we are 3 wide for second already.
Total long of those 2 tires fell back hugely in the restart a couple times ago. Now he's going to steal a second, and here comes Blake Cannon, shot out of a Cannon, the 19 truck.
Cannon machine trying to, oh, the Cannon machine's going to get spun out right here in front of the field. It's going to bring out our final yellow of the night.
Huge parking lot. We got cars flipping, cars airborne. Dean Brummett. We got 1 truck barrel rolling. That's a 99 on the screen, at least. Not sure who that is. Actually flipped out of the track. As that's going to give it to Nathan Lyons. And Gavin Gleitzman flew out of the track. So there's a lot to break down here. We're going to start with the 19 Cannon. Getting loose on corner exits, try and push the situation. I believe he gets a bump from the 4, actually. And at this point, I mean, it is lights out. Good night, Irene. I'm just going to be quiet. I was going to watch this.
Man, just everybody was right here at this point, was giving it all they could to get to the white flag. Look at that truck just pirouetting.
Arena dance.
Yeah, pirouette. I mean, unfortunately happened during the race, but I'm going to give that a scorecard of a 10. Even landed it on all 4 wheels.
He's going to finish the race. He's still out there rolling.
I mean, awesome pirouette. That was
Getting
good.
on board with the 10 card. Is there anything left as far as our onboard camera system?
Number 10 with the iRacing stickers all over right there, hanging on to it as he could already. Also, the chaos just breaks out in front of him. You can see him already checking up right here. Just gets shoved into the chaos. Nowhere to go.
I see first off the 7 truck. Rides the wall. That's Dean Brummett. So Heartbreak Rummy goes from second to in the wall. Still finishing in the top 10. And riding on board now with Gleitzman.
looks like glitched into that safer barrier, and that is what started this pirouette. As the 0-3 there, Maconi setup shot. November schemed machine of Jeff Maconi squeezes through this incident. Looks like it got through unscathed.
17, another hard hit for 17 tonight. And let's not take away, though, Nathan Lyons, beautiful run here tonight. Almost perfect, has led about every single lap. Only laps he didn't lead was due to pit cycle, where the driver staying on 2 tires. But I mean, when you have a green white checker like that, everyone's going to try and gas up to get through it. They know it's only one green white checker. But Nathan Lyons, Dakota Long, and Tanner Thomas, your podium.
Great job by that number 5 machine, as he gets the pleasure of burning it down. As we will take another quick commercial break here, as we let some of the drivers that want to attend that were in the podium to come up here for an interview. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
And welcome back to the virtual Phoenix Raceway here on Maconi Entertainment of the presentation of Maconi Setup Shop C Fixed Series official session, top split here on Maconi Entertainment, as we just finished up. Here are the full results. Our winner tonight is Nathan Lyons. Led most of the, not all laps, pretty much pit strategy. Changed it just for a couple laps there. Dakota Long was in second. Tanner Thomas rounded out our podium. In 4th place, you got Everett Kutz. 5th place, you got Ryan Zimma. Brad Newman in 6th. 7th spot, you got Everett Smith. He started all the way back in 20th. Dean Brummett, heartbreaker there at the end. He finishes 8th. 9th, you got Andrew Sharp. But Jeff Maconi will round out our top 10. J-Bo there will be in 11th spot. 12th spot, you got Eugene Tomalunio. And then 13th spot, you got Wesley Parker, Vincent Gravel there in 14th, and Todd Cray rounding out your top 15.
Yeah, Chris French, lava, French curses from him, and I'm sure from that radio. A lot of incidents for that 24 truck. Going for 16th, Gavin Glashman, rough point stay for him. Driver from Illinois going for 17th, Gary Cronowet. Unique night for him, we'll say that there. In 18th, White Gray, 19th, Blake Cannon goes from the lead pack basically to causing a big one with 2 laps to go. He's going to be the first team up in the night in 20th. Mystic Cortez in 24th, Caleb Johnson in 22nd, Cody Smith in 23rd, and Nicholas Thompson in 24th.
That rounds out our 24 truck field. Looks like we got the 2nd place finisher in the booth, in the waiting room, ready to come in here for an interview. So I believe we'll grab the number 2 truck. of Dakota Long, who brings it home in second place. Dakota, wow, what a wild finish to that race. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, man. Got junked pretty much on the first lap right there by somebody sending it 3 wide, and had 2 minutes of damage, and was able to just salvage second place, man. And it all worked out at the end. And if you would have told me I would have finished second after getting that much damage, I would have told you no way. But somehow, some way, we got a chance to take two, and worked out. Never went back green.
You worked hard there to get it back up into the podium position. You found yourself in second place, man. Who you got to thank for getting you here tonight?
I want to thank the group around me. A lot of good guys that I have around me, like Cody Johnson, Perrin Huggins. Got a good group around me that help me and spot me and tell me to make the right moves when to make them, and just thank them guys out.
We appreciate your time, Dakota. Congratulations on a second place. I'm sure we'll probably see you in the near future.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Yes, sir. Have a great night. That was Dakota Long, our second place finisher here tonight.
Then we're going to get a quick word if we can. See if we can find them. Our 10th place finish tonight, Jeffrey Maconi. You had a front row seat to all the action here tonight, able to bring home a top 10 after qualifying deep in the field.
Yeah, I am not any good at qualifying. I never have been. No matter how much I try, probably never will be. So I qualified towards the back. I worked my way up into the top 10, had a couple really, really close calls with wrecks that happened either right in front of me or right behind me. I wasn't a part of them. And then going into turn one, I don't know if Caleb came down or I went up or probably both. But we came together, and I was Tokyo drifting my way around from literally the entry of one to the exit of two, and finally it spun around on me. So that put me at the tail of the field. I was running good lap times and keeping it keeping it away from the leaders. So from there, I just sort of held on to it, and there was late race mayhem, and I somehow walked out with 10th. I'll take it.
Definitely a good night for you and a good day for you. You had a bit of an announcement earlier talking about some possible opportunities coming up in 2025. I want to tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I had the opportunity after my race at Winchester to talk to Rise Motorsports. I was able to share the pits with them. It was a lot of fun, and we just really hit it off well. They were in the middle of expanding, and I'm in the middle of figuring out what I want to do with this whole racing thing. And realistically, a mid-pack ARCA ride is about the same as a top-level late model. So if I want to keep late model racing, I can do that. Or if I want to go and run some ARCA stuff and get some experience there, I can do that as well. And I think what's best for me is to be able to find sponsors and work with my existing sponsors, is give them as much exposure as possible. And you can't beat the exposure of the ARCA series. And I was very, very lucky to have a great opportunity to meet Rise and the whole crew and talk to them over the past couple weeks. And racing all comes down to funding. So that's the big thing, is I have to find funding, but I've got conditional approval to test at Daytona and at Kansas. And, if all that goes well, I can start trying stuff out on the short tracks and seeing where I go. So I'm really excited for the potential opportunity. This, nothing's locked in and guaranteed. It's all about finding funding, but to even have the opportunity to approach sponsors and say, I can go and represent you in the ARCA Menard series is very cool. I've been around that garage for years, and I would love to be a part of it. I understand that I have a long ways to go and a lot of things to learn, and that's going to be the biggest thing. It's just learning as much as I can. But I feel like I'm ready for the opportunities that come, to see what happens, and if it works out, awesome. And if it doesn't, I can say I tried and gave it 110%. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, a lot of big, exciting things for you on the horizon. And the near, far future comes at you very quick. But in the near future, November 30th, November, Saturday for the boys. We ran a beautiful custom tribute scheme advertising that event coming up in a few weeks. I want to tell the fans at home a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, this scheme is from Runnings Racing. He is absolutely awesome. Gavin is a great friend of mine, and hoping to work with him a lot more in the future. That would tie into the ARCA stuff as well. But that event on the 30th, the Saturday for the boys, it's a charity race for Movember, and it focuses on men's mental health, male-specific cancers, and I'm really looking forward to that event. It's very special to me. It's an important cause to me, and to be able to put on that event, we raised about $2,700 last year. I'm hoping we can raise just as much, if not more, this year, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's the trucks at Daytona, 100 laps. It's going to be at least $150 to the winner, plus a custom trophy, plus a prize pack from Movember. We're going to be broadcasting it. It's going to be so much fun. So if you're interested in signing up, it is a donation to Movember through our campaign. So there's you can set up a campaign on the Movember website. We never touch the money; it goes straight to Movember. Minimum $10 donation is what we're asking, and you can go to MaconiSetupShop.com/Movember. Get yourself signed up. It is such a fun race. It's going to be a really great evening. So I am looking forward to running in it and hopefully winning it again. I won it in 2022, and so I'm hoping to win it again. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and real quickly here, anybody want to give a thanks to for tonight's top 10 run?
All the guys on track were a ton of fun to race around. I cannot believe, I got to thank whatever deity was protecting me from all those cautions. But everyone at Movember, Maconi Setup Shop, Maconi Entertainment, iRacing, Victory Sim, the Sim Racer movie, Abruzzi Raceware, everyone that's involved in this. It's so much fun. So much fun being able to do what I do. I'm really looking forward to 2025. I'm looking forward to the Movember race, and yeah, a lot of fun and exciting things in the works. However it shakes out, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, thank you for taking time to speak with us, and thank you once again for putting on a great show. As always, Jeff, we appreciate the opportunity that you give both the drivers and the fans at home to watch this lovely racing. And I'm sure we'll be talking in the near future.
Absolutely. Sounds good. You guys have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
Brayton, I believe that's going to do it for interviews tonight. That's going to do it for the coverage here of this week's C Fixed. Next week, week 10, will be Kentucky here on Maconi Entertainment Top Split coverage, November 13th at 7:15 p.m. Eastern. Got to thank everybody for being a part of this broadcast, everybody at Maconi Entertainment for helping put this on, Brayton for being in the booth, and DJ Loyne for working the controls. My name, Brayton, do you have any final thoughts?
Tonight we saw how desperate some guys were going through the dog leg. I think, not only would you have the green-white checkered, but the points battle is coming down to the final couple of races here of this 2024 season. And Dean Brummett trying to be a second-time champion of the Maconi C Fixed Series. I believe he was the Season 1 champion of the Maconi C Fixed and trying to become the Season 5 champion. So big points day on the horizon for a lot of you guys.
Big points day for a lot of these drivers as the real life stuff winds down, and the sim racing stuff has just got a few weeks left in this season. You can catch all that racing action right here on Maconi Entertainment. We'll see everybody next week. Thank you for being here.